What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm your boy Narik Chase, and in this video we are doing another character ranker, episode 17, and I'm going to be featuring one of my favorite not video game, but damn near video game comic book adaptations, Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Ramona Flowers in the 2010 Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Now, I haven't really, I didn't, at the time that I was watching Scott Pilgrim versus the World, didn't know really much about the comic books or the comic strips. It's 6 editions or 7 editions, I believe, of Scott Pilgrim, and this is the character that was introduced in, I believe, 2004. And she is the love interest of Scott Pilgrim, and just totally badass character. Didn't know really much about it, but I have been reading the comics. I think I'm on issue or volume 4, so I've gotten to know the character of Ramona Flowers a pretty good bit, and I think I do know her enough to actually do a character ranker on. And if I'm not, then maybe I'll come back in the future and redo this. But having said that, what do I think of Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Ramona Flowers based off what I've already read so far? I think she does a fantastic job with the character. I think there's just a lot that she just presents to this character that makes her just absolutely awesome. First, in terms of the character, does she actually feel like the source material? I think she does, and in a lot of ways. I like the portrayal of the character itself because Ramona in the movie is mysterious. She's at the same time edgy. At the same time, she's vulnerable. At the same time, she can be very loyal. She's also friendly when you get past that tough girl, distant personality of hers at first. The same, there are moments where she's very informative. There's moments where she can be really seductive, and I like that about the character. Initially, she is a very distant person, and it is up to Scott to actually introduce himself and get to know her. But when they initially start this relationship, you actually get to see those layers get peeled back. I really like the character. She's a good character, one of my favorite characters in the film, actually. And I think she does a great job of actually being the Ramona Flowers from the comics. And also, she's sexy as hell. I like Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I think she's a fantastic actress. This movie actually is what kind of put me on to her as an actress, and I've really enjoyed her films since actually watching this, because she does have a habit of playing like tough girls, but not overly masculine. And she has great depth of character. So I like the range that she's actually able to bring to this character. I love the actual character design too, because she does come off as like this really cool emo chick. And in the film, if you watch, you notice that she changes her hair a lot. Now, if there were any criticisms towards the character, I kind of wish that this character was able to be fleshed out a little bit more, but it is a movie. There are a ton of characters that they're going to put into it. After 6 or 7 volumes of the comic, it's kind of hard to actually get all the way into the character itself or herself to fully flesh out everything about her, but I think the film does a fantastic job of actually doing that. Now, she's actually a pretty important character. She's basically the second lead of the film, and I think that she's actually got the presence for the film as well, as far as how her character is actually different from the rest of the characters. Now, for those who don't know who Ramona Flowers is, she is this girl that was from New York who moved to Toronto, Canada, to basically get away from this guy who's able to control her. I mean, the story's pretty weird, but it's like something you'd read in like an anime or something, or a manga or something like that, to get away from this guy named Gideon. Now, she has had a pretty dark past. I mean, like, I guess like everyone, you get in relationships with people and you find out you don't need to be with them or something like that. So, morning, get you. But this character is, she's been in her share of bad relationships, and looming over her head are these evil exes who basically run off anybody that tries to date her. and led by this Gideon character. So of course she has reason to be very distant towards people. Also, it is only through the interactions really with Scott that you get to see her open up about a lot of those vulnerabilities, and you learn more about the character. But I think that they did a fantastic job with the character herself. I think she was pretty awesome. Now, in terms of Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I think she actually was like a perfect cast for the character. Like I said, she's played some pretty tough characters. She's played some pretty deep characters, and I think that they did a great job of putting that together with this character as well. Not only does she feel like in terms of acting wise that she is and can define that character physically, she actually to me looks like a good embodiment of the character. She's got a great body. She's and I love the fact that they chose someone that's kind of got those kind of like big eyes but little small mouth, and I think that kind of works. I think that also goes far in the design of the character as well. Like that's a really good choice. I think that they did a fantastic choice with that. With that, so she not only looks like the character in my opinion, because that's basically what see the character now got the big eye, little small mouth. So they did a fantastic job with the character. The outfits I thought were pretty cool. They weren't over the top, and I like that they weren't over the top. And so it did make it seem like it was more realistic. But in the comics, that's the emo stuff is what she wore. But it didn't seem like it was over the top in the comics, or it didn't. And in real life, it doesn't really seem over the top. Now, in terms of anybody, if I could have cast this role for anyone else, there is a list of actresses I could go down, and I'd name off a couple of them to say who could possibly have played the role, based just on not only on their looks but on their acting chops. Emma Watson is one because I've seen her play deep characters, not really like actiony humorous type, but I think she could do a good job. Emma Stone, I believe, could also play the role because she's good with comedy. She's been good with romance, been in some action, so she's done a couple of things. And plus, she's kind of got that thing with the big eyes as well. Jennifer Lawrence, yes, I think I could see Jennifer Lawrence playing this role as well. She's a great actress. Margot Robbie, again, she's good with. She did the Harley Quinn, so I can actually see her. She's always established she can play a pretty good comic book character, so I can actually see her behind this and the goofy one. But also she can be pretty serious as well. Plus she got the big eye thing going for her as well. Chloe Grace Moretz, I think she's actually a capable actress of doing this role as well because she's done deep roles. She's done pretty interesting characters as well. Taylor Swift, I don't know about her acting chops, but I think giving the if she could, I think she actually potentially could play the character as well. So that there is her, and I'll name off probably about one more. And for those who don't know much about Pretty Little Liars, there's a girl named Lucy Hale, and I think she could potentially play the character too. I hate her fucking character in Pretty Little Liars, but as an actress, she does a fantastic job, and I think she could potentially play a great Ramona Flowers as well. Now, going back towards Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she does a fantastic job. She's done pretty good with the acting. I liked her in 10 Cloverfield Lane. I liked her in Live Free, Die Hard. She does a fantastic job. She's got a whole bunch of other movies that that she's known for, and she's a fantastic actress. But I'm not going to go too far into it. Also, okay, like I said, we went over some of the bits of design. Now, there is a bit of the design that I wish they could have done a little bit better, and that's kind of her hair. Now, in the movie, there she has where it's kind of cut short around the sides and the back, and she's got the bangs right here, and it looks like a wig. I'm not sure if it's a wig or not. To me, it looks like a wig. I think that I think that for the most part, most of the movie, it does look good. But there are some parts, and probably during the later part of the film, where it looks like an obvious wig. Now, I don't know if it's a wig or not. I think it actually is. But I think would have liked to seen them do it with like her real hair. Maybe it is real hair, I don't know. But that's probably the only thing about the character design that I probably had that I really had like a problem with. Uh, Outside of that, not really. Like this photo that you see up here, like it looks decent to me in that one. So I'm not sure if that's actually her hair. It's a wig. I think it's actually a wig, but I wish they could have did a little bit better with that. Also, I like the costume. Like I said, I like the outfits that she wear. The emo look is really good on the character. It looked great in the comics. It looks good here as well. Now, and I like that they gave her some abilities as well. She's got increased strength, of course. You can see it where she's wielding this really big ass hammer. There's a lot of things that happen in the comics that they either don't put in a movie and that, or they put in, but they change it a little bit. But for what they do change, I think it actually works for the character. I think it actually is something good for the character as well. Now, how important is this character actually in the film? And how strong is the presence? I think she does a pretty good role. I mean, a lot of the events that happen in the movie are based around her, and not something that she's done directly in the film, but also just based off things she's done previous to the film, such as all of these ex-boyfriends or exes that are coming together. And I think she does do a great job of sharing the spotlight with Michael Cera's character. So I think that they did a great job with the presentation of the character and making that character feel like she just wasn't like the movie is about her being this like damsel in distress, and I like that. I like that. She's actually a strong character. She has great moments. She can hold her own, and I think that that's what works well for the character of this film. She does have an interesting developing arc, especially particularly when it comes to Scott, and basically the whole show and the damn comics is about cheating. Because it seems like every time characters get introduced, they're cheating or breaking somebody's hearts or something like that. But you get to see in the movie that there is a bit of development with her on that. But I do like her in relation to the other characters because she's kind of cool with the other characters, but at the same time, you know, it's like she's like the girl that's cool with your boy, but she'll hang with your boy, but she won't necessarily talk to y'all. I mean, she will, but she won't like hang with y'all, and I think that's appropriate anyway. She shouldn't hang with y'all anyway because that's over. But you see what I'm saying? Like if there's a group of friends or whatever, she potentially hang with them. I don't know. I don't know. I just lost myself in that train of thought. But what do I think of Mary Elizabeth Winstead's performance as Ramona Flowers in the 2010 Scott Pilgrim versus the World? I think she did a fantastic job. She's a great actress. Thumbs up to the makeup team, thumbs up to the writing. She definitely captured the essence of the character. There were moments where she was serious. There were moments where she was a bit goofy. There were moments where she was, you know, do on borderline, you know, doing the sexy thing. I think she had deep character. She was a deep character. Then the portrayal was done really well. I really enjoyed the character, and she is one of my favorite like live action adaptations of a comic book character. And I would say Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Ramona Flowers definitely deserves a 5 out of 5. I don't think I could. I named off a couple of women that could have played Ramona Flowers, but I think that Winstead does a fantastic job, and she completely nailed the character on the head. So, guys, I'm asking you now in the comment section below. Let me know what are your thoughts about her performance as Ramona Flowers in the live action Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were some things she could have done better? Also, who would you have cast as Ramona Flowers in the live action of this comic book? Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what's going on this channel, guys. And we will catch you guys later next video.